Hey guys, Auspicious Aussie here, and as you can see, unfortunately I have been fired, I have been sacked, and I'm no longer Sydney FC manager. Um, that end of season form just absolutely was horrible, managed to get me um, sacked. I think I got 3 draws in the last few games. I'll just have a look right now. As you can look at that form. That's why I got sacked right there. Since that Wellington Phoenix game, I mean, we didn't pick up another win for the rest of the season. Managed to pick up the same amount of draws as losses, I think. But as you can see, that was the last game you saw there against Perth Glory, the 1-1 draw. We then went to the Central Coast Mariners, who at the time were coming first. We managed to lose the game by a hefty margin, with Joel Griffiths getting the only goal for us. We then had a derby game against Melbourne Victory at home, finished 1-1. Wasn't too upset about it. Terry Antonis with the only goal there. We then went to Parramatta Stadium in the Sydney derby against Western Sydney Wanderers, and 0-0 draw played out. Seb Ryle getting man of the match, and a decent form, a clean sheet. But of course, in the end, these draws weren't enough, were they? And we went to Brisbane Roar in the last game of the season. Terry McFlynn scoring the only goal from a set piece, and the game finishing 1-1. After that, I thought I might have just gotten away with it, but the board sacked me after about a week, after all the awards had been given out and such. As far as jobs go, I saw that Melbourne Heart sacked their manager in the A-League, so I applied to that straight away, but there aren't really that many jobs available. As you can see, I've only loaded up to League 1 in England, but I've also loaded Korea and China to the bottom divisions, as well as Brazil, I think. So there aren't really many jobs I can take. I also loaded up the MLS there, but I'm just going to apply to all these jobs and just hope I get some responses. So guys, that's all I've really got to talk about. The other thing I've got to say is I did make some interesting transfers to Sydney before I left. Transfers. Aaron Moy and Marco Roas, two of the most promising youngsters in the A-League at the moment, and I managed to sign both of them on free transfers. And if you look at them, like, if I had the chance to be the Sydney manager next season, I really think I would have done a lot better than this season. In saying that, we did poor this season, and a good second season would be too hard to come by, based on our first season. Yeah, but as you can see, those two were decent transfers that I was going to bring in that would join the club at the start of the next season. And I was also planning to get rid of Del Piero and Brett Emerton just to get their wages off the club's bills, and I was gonna try and mutually terminate them, and that happens just by me not including them in the squad registration. But the finances at the club weren't very good either. They were losing something like $500,000 a month. I'm pretty sure we were about $2 million in the red, and that's essentially because of Del Piero and Emerton's wages. But I hope I get a job soon, and once I do, I'll be bringing more videos out, I guess, for that team. If I don't get a job fairly soon, I might start a new series with maybe a team in the Prem, or maybe someone more interesting, maybe a team in the Dutch division or something that I hope you guys will be interested in. I might go for a relegation battler in the Prem, although I should really go for a big team, because I obviously need the work. But yeah, guys, hope you've enjoyed the series, even as it was a bit abysmal, especially towards the end there. But I do appreciate the you guys watching these videos. I mean, it gives me motivation to keep making them, despite all the wrongdoings with Sydney FC so far. I mean, I've shamed my team, and went to the game yesterday in real life against Wellington Phoenix, and we won 7-1, and we were 5-0 up at half time, and Alessandro Del Piero managed to get 4 goals in that game. Probably made news, well, it did make news around the world, especially in Australia. Other sports codes like cricket were even talking about him for a certain amount of time. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the season. If you have, subscribe, and I will be bringing out more content, whether it be continuing this or making a new series. So, peace guys.